Welcome back to another weekly grocery haul, though I did do a freezer stock up this week as well, so the meat you see will last me probably like a month and a half to 2 months, because that's what I did last time. I always buy it in bulk, and then that's way it's cheaper, and I just portion it and freeze it and use it throughout the month. So, but as always, we're going to start with the produce. So for snacks, I have some apples. Elfstar apples are my favorite. Then I have some cilantro. I have two bunches. One bunch is going to go in some salsa, and one bunch is going to go in some lime cilantro rice. I have some spring onions for my salsa and just for a few other things. Onions because I always need onions. Um, then I have some broccoli for one meal this week. Some potatoes to make some potato wedges for some fish and chips. Then I got some Little Gem lettuce. That's for some lettuce wraps, and I'm also going to use it for some tortillas, some tacos, etc. Then I have a whole bunch of peppers. I'm going to use some for a roasted salsa. I'm going to roast some to put on some chicken burgers, and I'm also gonna have some with my hummus. So I'm just gonna cut them into sticks. Then I have some chilies, again, my roasted salsa, etc. Some limes for my lime cilantro rice and for my salsa. Some carrot to go with my hummus, and some cucumber to go with my hummus, and also for some sandwiches. And I'll probably throw some on my tortillas as well. And then I have some tomatoes for my roasted salsa. I went with yellow ones for a change, so my roasted salsa should be more orange or yellowish than red this time, but that should look cool. So all the produce this week came to 30 euros and 13 cents. So, but I'll probably have some salsa left over for next week as well. So it's probably lasts me more than a week, some of it, but a lot of produce this week. Then I have meat and dairy. Like I said, I stocked up for the month, probably a bit more than a month. So I got a whole bunch of chicken tenders. Chicken tenders are the cheapest way to get chicken. A chicken breast is more expensive. So most of it I'm gonna cut up anyway. So I just buy tenders because it's cheaper per kilogram or per pound or whatever unit you use. Then I also have some chicken thighs, boneless, skinless, just to change things up. I like chicken thighs a lot. Some chicken thighs with the skin on and the bone in, because sometimes I like putting those in the air fryer and have with the meal just like that. Then I have a whole bunch of stewing pork. It's just going to go in the freezer like all of this is. I don't know when I'm going to use that next, but I like using that for things like pulled pork or carnitas or something like that. I'll probably do some pulled pork in the not too distant future. So, and then I got some steak. So I'm going to cut that up. I'm going to use some for a meal later in the week. Either I'm going to cut it into little strips, or I'm going to cut it in chunks and put onto skewers. I don't know yet, but I'll use that for like a rice bowl. But most of it is going to go in the freezer. And then I also have some creme fraiche over there to go with my tortillas with chicken and the Little Gem cucumber, etc. So that all came to 80 euros and 1 cent. So you do get a bit of sticker shock when you buy all your meat in bulk, but I know it's going to be cheaper in the long run. And also included in that 80 euros and 1 cent is some bacon that's going to be for lunch tomorrow. But yeah, then we go to everything else. I got some canned tuna because I want to make some tuna salad this week, so I need 1 can, but they're on sale, so I just bought a couple because I'm out completely. Then on Monday, Meatless Monday, I'm going to do a rice bowl with some beans. So I still have some dried black beans in the pantry, but I think like a vegan chili goes better with kidney beans. So I bought a pack of kidney beans. Those are already cooked. I just need to warm them up. Then have my 2 bars of chocolate for the week. They have these Little Tonys on sale, and these are milk chocolate with pecan crunch. So then for lunch today, I'm gonna have some of these lumpias, which are kind of like spring rolls, egg rolls kind of thing. So I'm gonna have those for lunch. Then for my chicken burgers later in the week, I have these whole wheat rolls. I just need to finish baking these in the oven. And then for lunch tomorrow, I have these whole wheat rolls that I'll have with my bacon and some little gem, etc. And then I'm out of tortillas. And I use tortillas a lot because I have Taco Tuesdays. So I use them quite a bit, and they're on sale, so I picked them up. I have some whole wheat tortillas, some regular tortillas, and some of these mini tortillas. So that all came to 18 euros and 88 cents, which makes the grand total for this week 129 euros and 2 cents. Ouch. But yeah, that should last me a while. Oh, and converted into US dollars, that is $152.58. So yeah, definitely sticker shock this week, but it should be good for a while. But if you like this kind of content, I do this every single Saturday, and every Sunday I do a Sunday prep day video where I prep for the week. So I'm gonna make my roasted salsa, I'm gonna roast some peppers to have them ready for my chicken burgers, I'm gonna make some hummus from scratch. Usually I just buy it ready-made because it's just for me. It's not really worth making a whole thing of hummus. I usually make too much, but just for video sake, I thought I'd make it again. It's been a while, and I do have a can of chickpeas that I need to use up anyway. So, and then if you want to see what I ultimately eat, you can check out my Instagram where I post every single meal, or you can also check out the video that I post about once a month on here where I show you everything I eat in a day for a whole week, and I plan to film one this upcoming week. So, if that all sounds good to you, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Until next time, bye for now.